All right. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? So my cat Lolo is with me. He's very cuddly today. So hope you're having a good day. He always looks like that. He always has this kind of grim look, although he's happy. You can maybe hear him. Maybe not. It's too quiet. I'm not sure if you can hear him. All right. Good day today. Wow, minus 23. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Or it doesn't matter. It's a call to matter anymore. I don't know. What is it? What is it in Vienna, by the way? Vienna temperature. -1. Oh, that's good. Some days ago we had -9 degrees, I think, was pretty cold. Yeah, but today not that cold. Okay. Wow. By the way, I haven't left my home for 10 days, so tomorrow isolation ends. Really crazy, you know? It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of strange to not go outside for a really long time. Never, not even to buy something or so. Okay, let's say hello to the people. Hi, Jason. Hi, Jens from Germany. Jason from Illinois. Pavel from Germany. Hi, Joanne from Netherlands. Ellen from France. Hi. Delfert. Hi, how are you doing? Again, Jason. Rishi. Hi, how are you doing? Daniela from Uruguay. Wow, pretty cool. Hi. Oh, Delfert is in Colorado where it's -30 degrees. Wow. Who else is here? Sam, hi, how are you doing? Stuart from Scotland. Hans from Lüneburg, -5 degrees. Wow, pretty cold. I hope you're still having a good time. It's still hot and toasty at home. If the heating breaks down right now, that's a bad timing. Hi, DT. I got a stream. Is it on long? It's about like an hour, like 90 minutes, stuff like that. Sometimes a little bit longer. Hi, John from Canada. How are you doing? Again, the name that I can't read. I'm so sorry. I have to at some point figure out how to pronounce that. Hi, Jens. No, I already said that, I think. Antonio, hi. How are you doing? Kathleen, hi. Be Creative from Canada. Hi. Thanks for joining. Another name I can't pronounce from the Ukraine. Kitty Cat Train from California. Hi, how are you doing? So lots of people here. Pretty awesome. Yeah. On lockdown since December 26th. Yeah, but I'm not just in lockdown. I'm in isolation. In lockdown, you can at least go out for a little walk or something to buy some stuff. But here, it's nothing. I'm just sitting at home looking out outside from the window. By the way, my mother is fine. She didn't really have symptoms. She was a little bit had a little bit of temperature and was a little bit more tired, had a little bit less taste, but nothing like too extreme. And I didn't have corona at all, thankfully. So yeah, but still you have to be in isolation because as a first person contact, you have to still stay isolated just to see maybe it might break out in that time frame, right? Pachamism, is that how to pronounce it? From Edinburgh. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. What? Oh, really? Oh, this is just like, it's not like a foreign language. It's like you just made it look fancy. So this is OG money. Okay, interesting. Is no. Original Gangster, right? Is that from hip hop? OG? Maybe. I don't know. Might be. Okay. But I like name. I can't pronounce. Okay, interesting. Good. So today we're doing a little bit of composition, also looking at the new stuff that you have created from last week's challenge. Oh, so it's actually a hip hop thing. Interesting. Pretty cool. Thank you very much, Daniela. Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah, I was like, you never know, it could go really wrong. And also, I wasn't mentally prepared. I didn't have a plan for that moment either. So, because if something happens, if it really gets bad, you can't even go there, right? I can't go down because she lives like 2 floors under me in a different flat. I can't go down. I just have to call the doctor, and then you can't visit them in the hospital, I think. So you might never see them again. That's pretty strange. I never thought about that kind of situation because we try to stay away from everybody, you know, but there's still always a chance to get infected, right? Hi, Cinematic. Me and my family love your videos. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Yeah, Affinity is great. Yeah, it's pretty good. Absolutely. It's pretty awesome, right? Pretty good software. Okay. All right. So, by the way, some of you might have seen this. Let me switch over the screen real quick. Where do I need to work live? Yes, here. Okay, good. I started to do a podcast that you can listen to. Oh, I forgot to put that in the chat. We can put that in the chat. 1 second. There we go. My podcast is here. And then I think I can even make this a sticky comment. 1 second. Pin message. So now it's on top. That's good. And so, well, the first one is called Why Do Artists Have Dirty Feet? Yeah, it's only 12 minutes long and you can listen to it anytime. Me talking about some stuff. So let's see if that catches on or not. If people are interested or not. You know I like to talk about stuff. And I thought this might be interesting, might be fun. Just a thing to do on the side. Let's see if people are interested in that. And I don't have a plan yet on how many episodes I'm going to do or how often I'm going to do these episodes. You can also suggest topics. I want to create future topics a little bit more interactive. For example, you can see here when you go to Anchor, which is by Spotify, by the way, you can leave a message here, which is a voice message. And then I can cut it into the next podcast to, for example, answer questions or have your opinion on something like that. So that could be interesting to do that. DT is writing, do you use Adobe and has Affinity completely replaced an Adobe subscription for you? You know what? It's really funny that I started to have Adobe subscription again about 4 months ago, 5 months ago, just to see what they do and what's the difference. And I haven't used it yet. I have looked in Lightroom. I wasn't that impressed. I didn't even open Affinity Photo. I just don't have any necessity for it. There is nothing like where I think, okay, that would be a reason to go into. I really have to open Adobe Photoshop and see what has changed, what you can do there. And for some stuff, it's good because you can buy all these mock-ups and stuff online and they only work with Photoshop. So I thought maybe I do some stuff with that. But in months, even though I have paid for it, I haven't really used it. So that's really strange. I mean, Lightroom is nice, but I haven't used that either, to be honest. I have used Luminar a little bit, but also not really, because Photolab and let's switch over to the talk view again. Photolab and Nik Collection are basically my go-to tools on adjusting pictures if I want to, especially raw edits. I find Photolab is a really good raw editor. Yeah, so I didn't really need that, but I want to check out some stuff. For example, how people create these looks for Lightroom, that you can download these kind of presets. Affinity Photo has to still improve in that area. This is something that bugs me, and this is something where also the company is lacking, because I told them, please reach out to us and tell us about that, but for some reason they don't really do that. There should be some improvements to enable people to create products for Affinity Photo, but they need to communicate with us, right? That would be really good. For example, macros. they suck, they are really bad, and I can't do macros right now. This is why I make packs where you have a complete Affinity Photo file in it with all the layers, because you can't make it as a macro. So this is the only way to create a preset, and you can save that maybe as a template if you want to, but it's nah. It's kind of, it's not ideal. It could be better, right? It could be a better environment. I was very surprised when they had these free downloads and they integrated the shop onto Affinity Photo, and they taught me nothing about that, even though I have created 19 different products so far for Affinity Photo. And they know I do that, but yeah, nobody told me. Sorry that I'm kind of... how do you say, whining about that, but I don't know. It's a bit strange. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the other comments. Sorry. Hi, luxury from what? Suburbs of Philadelphia. Hey, hi, how are you doing? Are you able to do a video on how to make Pinterest pin with Affinity? I don't know what that means, to be honest. I searched, but there aren't any videos. I'll make a Pinterest pin. A Pinterest pin is just an image, right? And you upload it to Pinterest, right? So just make any kind of image that you want to pin there and then upload it to Pinterest, right? I think there isn't anything more you need to know about that, I guess. Cinematic says, when I enable graphic acceleration for Affinity, it actually seems to get more laggy. Yes, I turned mine off again too. I have the GTX, or the GT 1660, something like that. Can I look that up somewhere? System. Strangely enough, in the system information, it doesn't really tell you right away what your graphics card is. You have to search for it somewhere. Oh my God, I have no idea how to find that now. I think it's called 1660 something from NVIDIA, and I turned it off again because I didn't see any improvement, and I thought maybe I think it did something to other tools, maybe. I'm not sure about that. So I turned it off. I had to go back only because of After Effects. Ah, yes. I don't think there's anything like After Effects out there. That's like a unique, extremely capable software to create video effects and stuff like that. So I don't think there's anything else out there that can replace that from what you can do with that. If you want to do just video editing, you can use DaVinci Resolve, which is free in the beta and has almost all of the tools included. So that's pretty good. What else do we have here? OG says, I believe Affinity is a lot more user-friendly and the software has really impressed me. Adobe can still be a little finicky in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, Adobe Photoshop has a lot more abilities, and this makes it also very complex to work with it, because it's like it can do so much that you really get lost in all these functions and menus and settings and whatnot. And Affinity Photo is just very straightforward with most things, so it's pretty easy to find them and understand them and use them. So it has a very good workflow, right, in Affinity Photo. Didi says, do you need Adobe for your video editing? No, I don't. Like I said, I use DaVinci Resolve, which is really good. Yeah. CM says, are you going to do a video on Photolab? I have already done some videos. I want to do more videos on Photolab. I have to look a little bit at... well, I should do more videos. I more and more come to the conclusion that I should just do videos that I find are adding value to the community without caring too much how much views they get or likes they get or comments they get or stuff like that. It is important for the channel, of course, but it's still also important to create good content rather than just looking for the next best video that you can create, right? And I want to do some stuff that's other than just Affinity, which is also the reason why my channel is not called Affinity this or that. I want it to be about photo editing with not just Affinity Photo, also Luminar, Photo Labs, Nik Collection, maybe Topos Labs. I have to write them, and also Studio One. I also have to email them if they're interested or not. I have to see about that. The reason why I write them, of course, is because I can't just buy everything out there. Otherwise, I would be broke, right? If I buy every software that's out on the market. So Armstrong says, I was using the hardware acceleration until latest 1.9 came out. I had to turn it off. There was hardware acceleration before that, really? Or did you just turn it on in the graphics card, but not inside of Affinity Photo? Because that, I think, is a new feature. DV says, or Delfert, sorry. Anyways, same for me. OpenGL has to be turned off just to do focus stacking. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Armstrong says AP keeps freezing with the accelerator turned on. Yeah, there is some bugginess in that with every update. I think. Wait, where is the next one? Could explain macros. Wait a second. I love Affinity Photo, but I think it's the raw developer persona. The raw development in Affinity Photo is like too basic to be useful, to be honest. It's also, it for some reason doesn't include the features you actually want it to include, so you can do some basic stuff that's actually like not really doing anything, and then you have to switch over to the other persona where you have all the tools. So why can't you use these tools in the this persona thing is a little bit strange, to be honest. I like it more in like, for example, in Photolab. The raw editor is very capable, can do a lot of different things, and then you only need the other effects from Nick Collection if you want to do a special style, a special kind of look. But you can really edit a lot of the stuff that you need to edit to make a photo look really good in Photolab itself, because it's also a standalone software. So that's probably why it can do more stuff. Hi, Thomas from London. Awesome city. I was there last February, I think. It was, yes, on the VidCon, by the way. If you didn't know, VidCon is maybe, I mean, I don't know if they still do it in London. They should, but because of the pandemic, it's not happening right now. But VidCon is a YouTube event, mainly, started by Hank Green and his brother John Green. And really interesting event. Well, maybe not that interesting for the audience because it's mostly aimed at kids, but it's good for creators because you have a lot of lectures, you can meet a lot of interesting people there, stuff like that. And I want to go to America if they have the VidCon there, if that hopefully comes back after the pandemic. Daniela is saying, please could you explain more about macros? I do intersect investigation and usually make macros. You do what? Oh, insect investigation. What is insect investigation? Interesting. No, you mean other. I'm not talking about these kind of macros. Macros are a way to record steps inside of a photo software, so you can automate that. You just click on the play button and then it goes through all the steps automatically for you. That's a macro. I didn't mean macro photography, right? We could do some more about macro photography, but I have to, what do I say? Oh yeah, we have to have the right time of year, right? I can't, there's nothing to macro photo right now. Okay, by the way, there's a little thought in my mind where I think maybe I should specialize my channel even more on just one subject of photography, because I specialize it on photography instead of just also having Illustrator, designer and publisher in there. Now it's only photo editing, but maybe I should also focus it on a specific kind of photography, if that makes sense, you know? Maybe everything that has to do with photographing people, right? Or everything that has to do with photographing nature, or everything that has to do with, I don't know, staged photography, like on a set, or when you prepare stuff, also including compositions, or maybe something that is very spontaneous photography, which I'm not sure if I'm very good with that. I like to prepare the idea. I like to have a mix, like prepare the idea to a certain extent, but then it always turns out very different than I anticipated, because I go with the flow when I'm in the situation and what's happening there. But the idea is there before, so you have kind of a frame around that, right? Hans says, Dogma wrote, Adobe, please have a look. Affinity Photo copied quite a bit from Adobe Photoshop, right down to the shortcuts. Now I would like to have this function in Photoshop as soon as possible. What kind of function? Copied. 1.9 is buggy, more than 1.85. Yeah, maybe. I guess so. Yeah. I didn't upgrade the last one for a long time. I was really waiting because it was just a minor update. So, and I knew there was some bugs, so I just waited. It didn't have any kind of new functions that were important. Interactive DNA. That's an interesting username. I have helped Adobe engineers, and most of them are lost and confused what they are doing. Really? Interesting. Everyone there is trying to get their name on software, and that will cause bugs and more. Really? That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Oh, wow, there's so many comments. Oh, I'm too slow going through them. So today it's a lot of comments going on. Let's go. I have to go a little bit faster, and then we start editing. What time's? Oh God, we already at 22 minutes. Okay, let's do a quick one here. Sorry, I didn't think you thought what. I guess live stream might be a need. I was referring to Composite. I didn't occur to me there was. I didn't know what you mean by that. It was already in 1.85. Okay, I missed that. Hello from the UK. Hi Simon, how are you doing? Affinity Photo is by far miles away in innovation from Adobe. Less is more. Yeah, that's true, but it's not focused on that kind of cutting edge technology that has to be like every kind of new artist and advertisement agency and stuff has to do these kind of cutting edge technology things. Adobe Affinity Photo is more for like editing for enthusiast hobbyists, I would say, and so the tools apply to that because not many people need to do like import 3D objects and do all kinds of texturing of objects and stuff like that. So there's a lot of advanced features in Photoshop that people don't know because it's don't need because it's a different market, right? And also there's like different other tools to do that. They also have to start to apply AI and stuff like that. So yeah. I keep having problems. Cord says I keep having problems with using Luminar AI as a plugin in Lightroom. You can do that. I didn't know that. Changes made in Luminar don't copy back to Lightroom when I'm done. Do you maybe have to export it or something like that? Maybe ask them because I don't have that much experience with Luminar AI. TJ says, how do you go about making black and white into color? At this point, I would actually say use an app because there's really good apps out there. They do that with help of AI. You click on it, it takes a second, and it's really good. So you don't have to do it by hand unless you want to have an artistic effect. But AI does it better, to be honest, and very quick. Use an app. Photoshop doesn't do it really good. I have tried it, and this was the only thing I tried, and it wasn't really good. Simon says, I found that the new version of Affinity occasionally crashes. Yes. Mine crashed today even. So yeah, I mean, I hope it doesn't crash through the live stream. Do we have Affinity Man? I don't know what that means. Sam says you must update graphics driver. I have updated the system and the graphics driver, which was really a pain because it took all of my half of a day to update everything, and I wanted to be really the first to put out the video about the update. So I was like, come on, go. I need to record the video, and it didn't. It made one update after the other. It was really crazy. Have you ever tried Filter Forge? Filter Forge is really good. I mean, it's also really crappy, but it's really good at the same time. It's kind of a mix in between. You can do amazing stuff with that, especially in the program. Some stuff you can't export, but you can do it in the program. So really cool. Maybe I should do a video about that. Are they always on sale? Let's check this real quick. Filter Forge. I guess they are still on 80%. Oh, Filter Forge 10 is here. Oh, nice. Oh, and now they are more into photography. Look at that. Hey, I have to switch over. You have to look at that. I should do a video about that. Maybe I write them. Oh, now they are at 50%. Okay, good. So let's see. Where is my... Wait a second. I don't find my scenes right now. There we go. Look at that. Filter Forge 10. They are going into photo effects because the textures were like, meh. But the photo effects are really cool. Look at that here. Like correctly lines. I do some filters with Filter Forge. This is why I bought this, because I use them for my creative packs. But look at this. And you can do these cool effects here right in the software. You can do this thruster spiral with one click. Pretty cool. You can adjust the settings. So this is actually something maybe I should do more. Also about how to adjust effects and stuff like that. And you have these textures. They're like, I don't know. Maybe they're good if you, I don't know. You can get better textures than that, you know? It's not really like, that's not a good texture, what you see right now on the screen, you know? Anyways, sorry. They have some other textures, but again, it's like, who's gonna use this as a curtain in their video game? Like, come on. What else? Sorry, I'm pretty outspoken about things, right? I say it like I feel it, right? What is this other thing that is really good for textures? Not that it matters right now, but what is it called? What is it called? Texture something. Texture paint. Texture paint? What is it called? Live texture software. Let's see. I can't remember right now. Substance designer. There we go. And I mean, you will immediately realize the difference. Look at this. Okay, it has to load, but okay, maybe not this. Look at this here, and I mean, this looks like actual wood here and actual fabric. And let's look at some. Is there some substance source, substance share, substance source? Let's see. I think there we have some substances here. Yeah. Look at this. Let's open some up here. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? That looks like actual stone, right? That is miles ahead of the other thing that you have seen before. So, I mean, that's maybe a little bit too close up, but it's good, right? Actual metal here, if you want to make a 3D sculpture or video game or stuff like that. Oh, I can even rotate this here, can I? Ooh, fancy. Ah, nice. You see, with the light effects on it? Wow. This is how you do the stuff for Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they use Substance Designer. Look at that, how good that looks. Okay, anyways, we're not doing 3D. But yeah, Filter Forge. What's the update? How much is that? 29? For the basic edition. What do I have? I think I have this one here. 70? Wow, okay. Maybe I have to write them too. No, wait a bit. Is that the upgrade or is it the buy? No, it's the upgrade. Plus lifetime upgrades. Really? The version 10 plus lifetime upgrades? Oh, 210. Oh my god. Okay. Well, this is how you get broke. So what are we going to do? Oh yeah, we are going to do we're going to do a composition today, right? Let's start maybe with that. And then I have already talked half an hour. All right. So I downloaded some stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I prepared a little bit. If I find that, did I copy that over? I can't remember. Sorry. 1 second. Live stream 21. We have no, it's not in here. Okay, interesting. Sorry, 1 second. I have to find the files I've downloaded. Is there some other compo? There we go. Okay, good. So I thought maybe to start with this because it looks it's like a pretty amazing like landscape here. And then we could maybe replace the sky. Oh, this is pretty awesome here in the background. Is this a 3D landscape? Or is this actually a landscape? I think this is real. Okay, anyways, we want to change the canvas. Oh my god, the resolution is way too high. Maybe let's size this down to, let's say, 3000 in the width. Yes, okay. Oh, no, sorry. That's not good. Let's resize the document here, 3000. Whoops. 3000, there we go. Boom, okay, good. And then we resize the canvas, because the canvas and the document are not the same thing. So you can see now I can go here with, let's go also with 3000. And now you can see that this is just the canvas. It's not the document. So let's unlock the document over here. Can you see everything? Yes, I think you can. Okay, good. Let's put this down here. And by the way, let's give me the chat and I will close this so I have it over here again. Good. Okay. Substance designer. Only way to be say how you feel. Yeah, but I mean, I could also be like, oh, it's the best software ever, like other channels do, right? Because they want to have the sponsorship money. They want to have the good relations. And I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm thinking, because I'm not good at telling stuff that I don't believe in, right? So yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can do here to blend this. I think this is maybe a good background. I wanted to have it a little bit more dark, starry night. Let's also have another background here. Maybe this one here. That's actually not too bad. Let's see. Whoops, that was the wrong one. What does it say? Learning curve. The app has a quite high learning curve. Yes, because it's a very specialized tool. Do you mean Filter Forge or do you mean Substance Designer? I guess both have a pretty high learning curve. Although adapting the filters is a lot easier than building filters, because that is very complex. But adapting them is pretty easy, actually. Does Denoise by Topos Labs integrate with Affinity Photo? I don't know. I've never used that. It's supposed to be very good. Maybe even better than in Photolab, but I've never used it. I don't know. I can't tell you. So let's let's see if we can blend this here. Let's go. There we go. I will just do it like this for now. And then we can do it more precise in a second, and just like to see how good that fits or something like that. Should we maybe select that? I'm kind of interested on how complex it is to make these AI sky replacements, right? If they could just like use a software that's already out there and apply that. Maybe we use this line and then the background. What do you think? I think that's like probably the easiest way to do this. Let's try this kind of freehand selection with the magnet here and see, is this the right layer here? Yes. How good that works. Actually not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Okay, it screwed up a little bit, but I mean, better than nothing so far. So this is like this magnet thing that sticks to an edge. And so I only have to move my mouse roughly along that line. Not too precise. Okay, and now I want to go up here. And now the question is, how do I close that? Oh, there we go. Just double click. Okay, good. I guess I'm going to feather this a little bit. Let's go here, feather, boom, boom, boom. Maybe 3 pixels should be good. Should I maybe make it a little bit larger? Selection, grow and shrink. Maybe a little bit larger here. So it goes a little bit onto the stone. And then I'm going to paint this out. And I'm doing it wrong, of course. Let's go back here. I have to, oh no, I'm at the mask actually. Okay, that's good. So now we can actually go 100% here. What's 1 second? I'm gonna look at the chat in 1 second. Doobie-doobie-doop-doo. There we go. Okay, this looks like snow a little bit, right? Okay, and here let's not the worst, right? Not the worst. Okay, good. Let's go here and make this a little bit bigger. Let's make this a little bit smaller. And then there we go. I mean, is that okay? Maybe do this again. Make this a little bit softer, and then I'm gonna look at the chat. 1 second. There we go. Oh. Okay. Good. Okay, there we have it. We need still to have ambient light. What does the chat say? I use a lot of Topos kit. I have to really look that up and get the software. All AI Topos labs expect JPEG and to RAW, and Gigapixel integrates with Photo 1.9. Okay, that's interesting. John says, does Denoise... Oh, okay, I've already read that. You did 3 for a while. What does that mean? You did 3 for a... 3D. I see. I would love to be good at 3D, but it takes a lot of time and experience, and I don't know if I mean, it's so hard to be good at one thing, right? To do then 2 things or 3 things. I kind of got away from that, like trying to be good at everything and trying to be knowledgeable at everything. This is also why for my channel I decided just to do what is happening right now. 1 second. This is the background, right? Yeah, so why when I adjust this here? Oh, because it's not going till the lower part. Okay, let's pull this down here and then pull this up here and then set this to soft light. Okay, so now we are basically somewhat integrated. You see background, foreground, pretty nice. Looks not too shabby. Shabby. We can even move this around, but I think this is not too bad. We could go like this maybe. Okay, good. How long did you learn Affinity Photo? Not really long. Did I learn it at all? Well, a little bit of the features, basically, but because I have studied art and did design for like a long time, so I already know Photoshop, and Affinity Photo is not very different from Photoshop in the basic functions. So it's like a very easy transition to go from Photoshop to Affinity Photo. So it didn't really take extra work to do that. Let's go here and then here and then here and save this. Learn compo. There we go. Okay. All right. Not too shabby. Okay. Yeah. Denoise is not working on mine. Really? Okay. Hi from Switzerland, Konos. How are you doing? Okay, so the idea here is I have these other elements. Let's place them into the picture. There we go. By the way, if you look at the text here, does this text look strange? Or because for me, since I have updated since I've updated Windows, the text when I set it to my smaller resolution for streaming is not as crisp as before, because normally the screen is higher resolution. I always reduce the resolution so the buttons are bigger for you, so you can see all these kind of elements nicely on the screen. Also when I do tutorials, this is why I always set it to 1080p, although the screen is 1440 from the resolution, right? Where's my pictures? Oh, we are in the wrong folder. Sorry. Let's go to Compo here. Okay, so we have these balloons here, and we have this lady here and stuff, and I wanted to use this barrel here maybe. What was it? Maybe this one is kind of dreamy. So this and that, and then maybe also this and her. Oh, and we have the moon. Maybe not integrate the moon right now. We can do that later. So we have these kind of elements here. Let's see what we can do with that. Oh, maybe we do need the moon right now, because I want to create, we want to play around a little bit with how to do the composition for this, right? So let's put a moon here. Let's see if we can blend the moon right away. No. Okay, we have to maybe do it another way. Although this is not too bad. It's kind of good. I can actually leave it like that. For now, let's leave it like that for now. And the resolution is a little bit... Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Good. Okay, so we can turn her off right now, and this also. And then from these barrels, I only need... Whoops, that's the wrong one. I only need one, because I wanted to use this as the carriage. How would you say that? Let's put a... For now, let's put a shape over that. Let's make this maybe the same size. Because I don't want to convert it right now to pixels, so I could, basically I could make it large and then convert it, right? Let's do that. That's maybe a better idea. So let's make this large, like so. And then rasterize this, rasterize and trim, like so. And then I just cut the lower part, bloop. Okay, so now we only have the barrel, like so. And I can play around with that and see what we can get from that, right? Where did you get the lady element? This is all from Pixabay. Today I used almost all the pictures. Just the background here, like the sky and the landscape, is from Unsplash, and the rest is from Pixabay. Yep, there we go. Oh, by the way, I wanted to integrate that into my live stream, but I have kind of not done that so far. So wait a second. I have to, let's do this really sneaky here, maybe. Where's my overlays? There we go. So wait a second. Cat. Let's use this one. No, that's the wrong one. Oh yeah, actually, we can put this here. Bloop. All right. So I use this now in my videos. So actually, you can buy me a coffee. So this usually is on Gumroad, but you also have the ability to use it's called, I think, Power Chat or something. And you can use that as a, it's called Super Chat. You can use that as a way to donate during the live stream. And the good thing is, if you do that, I get a little bling sound and I see who donated, and I can give you a thank you shout out. So that's probably better to do than Gumroad in that situation, because I can't integrate Gumroad with my streaming software. But if you want that in the chat function on YouTube, you have this kind of super chat function. Just to point that out. All right, let's go on here. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you very much. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, really good. It's really awesome if I can help people with my content, because that's mainly why I do that, right? It's really important to, well, reach out. This is something I really enjoy compared to doing a regular job, basically, if you want to phrase it like that, because usually people have to pay for everything, but now we can build businesses where 95% of the content is completely free for everybody, and this is really nice, you know, because it's a different kind of economy, right? We have also this kind of thing here that we can use, so maybe that's kind of nicer. Let's see. I wanted to use these like on the barrel, like so, maybe 2 of them. We could use this or the other one. And then I put the woman inside of that. Although I have to say they are very long, but we could make the barrel smaller. It doesn't have to be that big, right? We also have to recolor that, but never mind about that right now. So we could use it like so. Oh, we even have this nice thing here. Because originally I was thinking to use this in the back, but it actually doesn't have the right perspective. Although, I mean, maybe it doesn't matter too much if it's that small, right? Or maybe we can use it up here. No, that's not good. Should we use it in the front, maybe? Let's rearrange this. This is the nice thing about this. No, it doesn't look good. Okay, let's delete that. What was going on here? Pixabay is free. Yes, it's free. You can just download and use the pictures, but you have to be careful because not all of them are actual pictures that have been created by the people who have uploaded them. So it's a little bit sketchy. On Unsplash, you can be really sure in most cases that the pictures are actually original pictures, but on on Pixabay, it's a bit more sketchy. I would be a bit more concerned about where the pictures actually came from, right? So let's see. We can actually use this in the background. It's really nice. This kind of element here. Okay. So I have to decide one of those. Should we do this, but really big? But it's kind of... Yeah. Maybe should have looked for... We could also squish it a little bit, but that's not too nice. Do we have something else? Maybe 1 second. We also have these two here. And because they are round, I mean, they are in front of each other, so maybe that's also not that great. What do you think about that? I mean, they could be in front of each other. We don't have to be too correct here. With the pink rib is nicer. Yes, I think so too. Oh no, you mean this one? Which one is the one with the pink one? Is it this one with the stripes, or you mean this one with the, like, I don't know what you would call that, the waves around that? What else do we have here? Do we have something else? Oh, there's even more. We also have this one, the brown one. Maybe that is better. Maybe that is a lot better. It fits more with the wood, right? Maybe we should use this one. And then we can also make this a little bit bigger because it's not as tall. Let's go with this one maybe, right? It looks a little bit like a spider web, but it's okay, I guess. Comet 72 DPI for me. Do they have 300 DPI? DPI is not real. It's not a real thing. It's just to give you an idea on how big the document is going to be, right? It's no, it says nothing. It does nothing. I can show you. Let's open up a picture here. Look at this. Let's open up this picture from her, right? So here you have the picture. Let's have a look here. Resize document. And here it says 72 DPI, right? So now if you turn off resample and I go to 300 DPI, because the difference is, like, if I go to resample, it will try to put it in the right size, right? So if I change this, actually not, wait 1 second. Resize, and I go here to 300 DPI. Does this change something? Yeah, you can see here now this is becoming bigger. So if you turn off resample, like so, and I enter here 300 DPI, you can see that, of course, this now changes nothing. So resize, and now the document has 300 DPI. And now we make 1 DPI. And okay, that actually changed something. That's a little bit too extreme, but you see, if I go to 3000 DPI, it still has, I didn't click resample. 1 second, let's go to 1 DPI without resampling. Boom. Oh, magic, it's the same thing. We open it up, resize, whoops, sorry. Resize document, it has 1 DPI right now. It has the same resolution, so it does nothing at all. For printing, the only thing that it does is to give you an estimate on what is the ideal size for printing when you would put it on paper. But that's about it. For a screen, again, it says nothing, because if you have a 10-inch screen with 1080p resolution and you have a 50-inch screen with 1080p resolution, it has the same resolution, but it's a different size of TV, right? So this DPI or PPI, it's for nothing. It doesn't tell you anything. It's just an estimate. It's just to give you kind of an idea how big it's going to be, right? Okay, let's go back here to editing. So don't worry about DPI. If you want to print it, of course, worry about the size you want to put it on the paper. But for this, you can go online and find you can find a website. You know, you can say print resolution calculator, like so, and then you can just go here and then For example, use this here, millimeters, and say, okay, if I want to print at this DPI or done another DPI, how big has the resolution to be? Like you go here, this has like 500 times 650, and it tells you exactly, it has to have this kind of resolution minimum. It can be bigger, but minimum it should be this kind of resolution to print in that size to give you a good result, right? So yeah, that's the only thing you need, independent of the DPI of the actual document, right? Okay, anyways. What's that? DPI is only really meant for printing. Yeah, but even there, it doesn't really matter, right? What the document has. It only matters if the resolution, the pixel resolution, is big enough for the size you want to print. But what the actual document says doesn't matter. So don't worry about it. As long as the resolution is good enough, it's good enough. Okay, let's go back to our editing here. We can actually use both of these because now when we overlay this, we don't see that these are actually in different positions. So that's pretty awesome. Let's do that. Okay, so let's delete this here, and then let's delete this here. We don't need that anymore. And then we're going to go with this here, actually. This is actually like we have some nice elements here we could use. So let's make a copy of that we can use later, and then use this. Wait a second. Let's use this here. Should I mean, there could be one balloon a little bit bigger, right? Let's make the balloon in the back a little bit bigger. So we want to switch this over like so. Is that good? Yeah, let's go like that. Okay, and then I make a mask here to mask out the stuff that I don't need. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. Okay. Should we keep that middle thing? I don't know what that is. Let's keep it for now because probably it's going to be overlaid by this thing here. So let's go like this. That looks actually pretty interesting. I mean, I could hide this and then just duplicate this. And so we have the same balloon size on both sides. That's also an option, right? Or maybe, let's see, 1 second. Let's do it like this. Yes, let's do this. Let's duplicate this and then hide this one and then, oh no, wait a second. I will delete this one again. Mask out the balloon on the left, on the right side, sorry. And duplicate this one. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. There we go. And then arrange and flip. Flippity flip. There we go. So now we have two balloons of the same size. We have a little bit of stuff down here for some reason. 1 second. There we go. Okay, good. And this one in the middle can actually stay as it is, I guess. Or maybe we could do it like this. That looks good. Okay, cool. So we have done this, and then we want to use this part here individually. So for this, I could actually, let's make this a little bit bigger here. 1 second. Let's make this a little bit bigger, and then I will just select this part. I want to rasterize it, of course. Rasterize. And then I'm going to select, whoops, that was not good. And it's also the wrong mode of the tool. Okay. No, that was nothing. 1 second. Okay, let's put this on an extra layer. And then maybe I also want to use this thing over here. It looks a little bit sketchy, but let's try it for now. So let's select this part here too. 1 second, and then I'm gonna look at the chat again, sorry. Okay, I guess we can hide this now. We can maybe keep it for later. So we have this. Let's flip this and flip this here. Filter, no, flip. Bloop, there we go. Okay. We could edit like this, or we could edit the other way around. Let's see if that's better. Like so, maybe. Or like so. Let's see. I mean, that's not too bad, right? It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's put this on the front here. Print. I sent off my PDF print book files for Amazon and Instagram Spot. Amazon does printing, really? Do they do print on demand? I didn't know that. I thought it's just ebooks. Images are for my print book cover. Yes, like I said, if the resolution is big enough, you shouldn't have a problem. Okay, so now here we have our little porthole, I think they are called. Let's put this on here. And this is where then the lady goes. We could actually make multiple of those. I haven't thought about what to do about the inside. We could just make like a transparent thingy in the background. You know what I mean? Not transparent, like just one color in the background or something like that. Or maybe some wood. I haven't thought about that. Let's, where's our lady? There she is. That's just Denise, okay. So let's see, if we put her here. She could look out of the window a little bit maybe, right? Maybe we put her arm like this, so she's kind of leaning on the window, looking out of that. Let's make a mask here real quick. Mask out that part, and then get more precise. Mask out this part here. Get even more precise. Okay, not too bad. Good. Maybe now we make a background here behind that porthole. You know what? I'm going to make an ellipse behind that, like so. And then we can fill that with a gradient. Maybe that makes more sense. And we can have, let's see, gradient. Make a radial gradient here. Make it... let's sample some colors here from the wood. Let's do one dark, and then we do one bright, like so, and see where that leads us. And then maybe flip that around, like so. And now we could use our adjustments here. Let's see, like this, for example. Okay, we need to have this a little bit darker in the background because that's a little bit too, we see too much. Let's flip this again. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's sample this color here again, and then maybe make this darker. Okay, it's kind of a start. Let's turn this into an ellipse here, so we can make this side longer. It's a start. Let's keep it like this for now. I'm kind of worried that you can't see her very good. It's not very usable, right? Put noise on it for texture. That's actually a pretty good idea. Let's do that. If I find that, where is it? There we go. Okay, gradient, and then here we go with noise, and then maybe not too much noise, right? Let's go like this, and then we do the same thing. Whoa, I reversed it. Let's reverse it again. Let's do it like so. Pretty good. Very nice. Thank you very much. We can really quickly go here to Pixabay. Pixabay. There we go. And look for wood planks. I would like this, but this is not Pixabay. Texture. There we go. Let's use this maybe. I will copy this directly because I don't need it in a high resolution. So let's just put this here and then make it small and maybe rotate that like so. And then maybe use the ellipse, duplicate, and then mask to below. So now we have it in here, and now I set this to multiply, and boom, shakalaka. We have our wood planks on the inside. Pretty easy. They are a little bit small right now. Let's see, lock children, and then if I resize this, what happens? Ooh, look at that. I can use that. Good. So now we have some wood planks on the inside also. All right, so this is kind of a good start here. The big question is what we actually want to do with the composition here, right? So we have set up this like ship here in a tiny way. Let's combine all of these elements real quick. So we have this as the window, and then we have the rest down here as the ship. Okay, and then maybe we combine both of these in an extra group that is called, I don't know, actor. Let's call it actor. Okay, good. So we can now move all of this around. And so now we can think a little bit about the composition of what we want to do here. What's the timing, by the way? We have already at 1 hour. Okay. By the way, keep on the conversation. Don't let me keep you from the conversation. Please go on. It's always good to have some conversation. The window is too small, I feel like, because we can't see our actress here. So let's make this a little bit bigger, like so. Maybe put her in the front or something like that. I should have maybe add some steam or such, right? We can think about that in a second. We also need to blend that with the background. The big question now is, what are we going to do with the composition? What's the story actually here? Didn't really think about that when creating that or preparing to create that. We can also rotate this one here, maybe like so to the other side. It's not correct anymore, of course, but let's not worry about that. We could put this behind the ship to get a point of brightness here. You can see now we can see her better. Let's also put this behind the horizon like this. And I see right now we need an extra level of horizon, or maybe we keep it above the horizon. But you can see like how much more we can see her if this is here, right? So, but what is she looking at? Should we add maybe a second balloon she's looking at? Or something else? Could put this over here maybe. Like so. And then we can also have some glow around the moon. And there has to be, let's place another of these balloons here. The story is a little bit not so great right now. Let's place this one over here. The problem is she's looking out from the front. And this is not in the front. It doesn't look like it's in the front, right? Why not put the girl on the moon? In the moon? No, why would she be in the moon? A window cannot be placed on the steel. Can it not? Could there not be a hole in the steel or something? I don't know. But we can still move that around. So we can still like place it somewhere here like this. Maybe a little bit higher. Maybe I should remove that upper part here because that makes no sense, right? Let's put a mask on that and then brush this out. 1 second. Let's remove this real quick. Oops. Okay, there we go. Well, it's never mind. We can fix that if we want to. So let's make this a little bit smaller, like so. I guess they can touch these things, right? And maybe, I mean, if it's up there, we have a problem with the rounding of this thing. So it kind of has to stay like this, right? What could we do? What could we do? Volcano. Maybe there's a volcano that she's looking at. Ooh, that looks fancy. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yes, please. Okay, I'm gonna use that. Is there some other, like, that looks cheesy? It looks like meh. Let's have a look at this. 1 second. Let's put this in here and see what we can do with that. Or maybe we put this here like a big volcano thing. Let's just blend this with the background for now, like so. And then we have this kind of light situation behind her. And then we could put the moon at the other side, right? Where's the moon? The moon is here. Which then, again, like, is the question, what is she looking at? But maybe she's just looking. I don't know. I also feel like the landscape is a little bit too much right now. How about a flying creature? Yeah, I was thinking that too, but she's like, the way she's looking is pretty bad, because you would have to have something that's here that's clearly in the foreground of the image, right? Okay, let's move the stuff back here. 1 second. Okay. Let's take this volcano, make it normal, and then put it over here and make this really big. Let's see how good that could look. If you have like a wall of fire coming over here. No. Arrange, flip horizontal, yes. Okay, let's see. This kind of inferno here, like so. Let's blend this with the background again, just for the moment. And I kind of want to remove this part here. This seems right now a little bit too much of everything. Let's move this down here. So maybe like this. Let's make this normal. Use the blend ranges. 1 second. Let's remove all the parts we don't need. Okay, let's keep it like this for now. I feel like that's better, right? I mean, she's still not looking at something useful, but... Oh, I forgot to turn off my phone, sorry. Let's do this right now. Turn on, okay, good. Oh, I have an idea. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm to the rescue. Where do we go? There. Thunderstorm. If she looks at bad weather, that makes actually sense. Okay, let's get some thunder here. This one and this one and this one maybe. And I don't know. Where do you have some cool clouds here? Let's get a weather front. Weather front. Do you have a good weather front? No? Clouds? Clouds? Weather front? Nah. No. Maybe this one here? Maybe this one here? One second. Dramatic cloud. I mean, that's not too bad. Maybe this here. Would be nice to have like one big, maybe this one here. Okay, let's download some stuff here. So we can, let's not go too high on the resolution. Oh, Lolo is back. Okay. Don't press any buttons. Please. This is, yeah, let's do this also. Let's make this high resolution. And then we can play around with that. What's this? This was the thing that I was impressed by, right? Okay, let's also make this high resolution. Time storm, black hole. That's a good idea. I'm not sure how we create a black hole right now, but let's go with the weather for a second. I think this is too much right now. Lolo is back. Hello, Lolo. Hello, Lolo. Oh, he's so warm. How do cats stand lying on the heating, right? And get really hot and toasty. Okay, let's go back here and add this to the image. By the way, this is square, so this is kind of a little hard to make a good composition with, right? Would probably be better if we had like a nice, what was I about to say? Like 16:9 form or something. We could still change, but let's have a look here. Let's flip this. It's a little bit too much going on. Let's place the other ones. There's this one and this one and this one. Okay, let's save so we don't lose anything. Okay, so this looks promising. Let's see if we put this here. And then let's go with light, for example. Screen, no. Okay, let's go with blend modes. Okay. I will remove the fire for now, so it's not like overloaded. Where's the fire, by the way? This is the fire, okay. So here we have this other weather. There's too many layers. Oh, this is turned off, so this is why it's not working. Okay. I feel like we're getting to a point that's becoming interesting. Let's see. Okay, it's too much. But this is kind of nice. Let's lock this here so we don't click on that by accident all the time. We're still missing a dramatic cloud up here. This is the one thing that's like, that would be really good right now, is a good cloud. To bring these elements together, right? Let's go here with cloud. Clouds, dark clouds, okay. Where are you? Maybe this. Maybe the storm would look better with the other sky background you had, with less stars. What other background? Did I have another background? Oh, I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Let's put this here for a second. One moment. Where's the thunder going on right now? One second. I think this is... Okay, so this is becoming a little bit more interesting right now. One second. Let's maybe pull this over here. No, that's too much. But that is not too bad, actually. What kind of background did you mean? I think you meant this, maybe this one here, right? Oh no, that's the... I think you mean this one, right? That makes more sense. Yes, you're right. Okay, so we need this foreground then. Oops. Okay, that's not good. Let's keep them together. Ah, there's too much stuff here right now. One second. This is the background, right? Okay, good. So let's keep these two... Well, let's actually keep them in this position. Okay, let's bring all the elements together now. So here we have the moon. This is not behind the background. There is something wrong here. One second. Let's... we need an inverted mask here, right? We need it like this. Okay, so let's create, invert this. Layer invert. No, sorry. Selection invert. And then create a mask for the moon, like so. And then set here lock children. This is on. Okay, good. So let's create a nice big moon here that hits the horizon over here. Maybe like so. Okay, and then what do we need here? We need our thunderstorm. And then we have our clouds here, which is now a little bit much. Let's see, one second. Can we somehow integrate that? Let's put this behind the moon. Oh, the moon is just blending. One second, we have to change that too. Let's put the moon like this and hide the thing here, and then use blend ranges again. Sorry, I'm working at a small view again. Sorry that you couldn't see so much. Not so easy for me to watch these streams since they changed to weekends. I'm sorry. Hi, Jules. Everything's okay. Everything's good. Thanks for joining. Let's see. No. I mean, maybe. No. Okay. What is this? What is happening here? Okay, that's better. Okay, good. So now we should basically have here transparency around the moon, right? And then let's right now, while we edit, let's duplicate this and then rasterize this. And then we want to like make it very glowy blowy here. Let's see, 200, like so. Why is there a hole? Okay, anyways. Screen, okay, good. Pull this a little bit down. Or maybe let's keep it up there. It's kind of nice, right? Okay. So what next? I want to, so this is the moon glow. Moon glow. Okay, good. Let's not, wait a second. Oh, this doesn't work. Okay, never mind. We have to put this in an extra group, and then we can use this on the group, and that should work. Yes, that's better. Okay, good. The reason why it doesn't work is because if you use the Gaussian blur of the layer effect, like here, this one, you can't use the blend ranges because the blend ranges are also getting blurred. So it's kind of destroying that effect. Whoops. And so it doesn't work anymore, right? So that's why that doesn't work. Okay, let's go here for our lightning. Is this the lightning? No, that's not the lightning. We have this lightning here. Let's put this up here, like so. And then this is our actor here. We can have her here. And we need to kind of recolor her. So I guess we're going to use this ambient light from the background, duplicate that, and put that onto our actor like so. That looks already better. Like this. It's a little bit too dark though. Let's reduce this a little bit. It's better. Okay, good. All right, so we still don't see her very well. This is one kind of the one thing that I don't like here too much. And by the way, where's my moon glow? The moon glow. There. Okay, let's call this again moon glow. Is a little bit too heavy. Let's reduce that. Wait, this is in here. Just a little bit. Like so. That's pretty good. There's also something else happening here. You can see this. That's not good. This comes from the moon glow, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it does. Because of the blend ranges again, right? No, we have to, 1 second. Let's pull this out and then turn off the Gaussian blur and then adjust our layer here, which now doesn't have any settings on it. Okay, let's do this again, like so. Okay, and now if I rasterize it, it should be transparent, right? Yes, okay, good. So now if I blur this, it has the same effect for some reason. That's strange. Oh, the effect is still here. Rasterize, don't preserve effect. No, cancel. Gaussian blur off. Am I stupid right now? What is going on? If I rasterize this, oh, let's put this in a group and then rasterize the group. Yes, I think that worked. Okay, let's put this on screen again and then make the Gaussian blur now. Yes, perfect. Okay, so that worked. And then let's leave it like that. We can delete that group here. Good. So what I did right now is if you have blend ranges, they are not getting rasterized if you rasterize the layer. But if you put the layer into a group and rasterize the group, the blend ranges of the elements inside of the group are also getting rasterized. So this is a little bit of a workaround, right? Okay, good. So now we have our glow for the moon, and we have some kind of weather over here that she can look at, technically. And then, hey, we can use the new assets. Didn't we have some assets for some weather? Assets, let's see. Whoops, they are on the wrong. Where did they go? Oh, over here. Okay, sorry, they're on the second screen. What do we have? Fog. We have fog. Maybe let's use this one. Yes, okay. Put this here. Ooh. Okay. What else do we have? This one? Oh, okay. Getting interesting here. Let's use this one, put it in front of our actor. 1 second, like so. A little bit in front of her, so we cover this up a tiny bit. Okay. And then, where's the other one? 1 second. There we go. Let's reduce this a little bit. Like so. That's good. Okay. Okay, so that's not too bad. Okay, and now the good old overlay trick. Let's see. To bind everything together. Let's use one of my mythical gradients here. Rotate that. Let's maybe rotate it like this. Set this to soft light. And see if we can get some interesting effects here. This is not good. No. Wait a second. No. This is... It's a little bit dark. This is kind of nice. Too bright, too dark, too blue, too... No. This one is the one. I think this kind of brings everything nicely together. What else do we want to do here? Okay, I feel like we want to have these fog weather effects here. Which one is this? Okay, let's duplicate this and put it here in front, and then maybe put it on screen. Does screen make it a little bit brighter? Yes, okay, good. To keep it like this. Although that maybe a little bit is... Let's reduce this a little bit. Like so, okay, good. Yeah. I'm not really happy, to be honest. It's kind of not the greatest thing ever. Where's the moon? There's the moon. And what is this? This is the moon glow. Does it still work if we put everything together? Yes, okay, good. Let's resize this real quick. Whoops. No, that was not what I wanted to do. The hell? Oh. Okay. It's really bad. I'm so sorry. It's really bad. I don't know. Oh, man. I don't know. Let's delete some elements here that we don't need. It's kind of everything is really loaded here right now. Okay, let's turn this off here and delete this here and that and this and this. Okay. Document size, canvas size. Let's put this to 5,000 here. That was the wrong side. Document, resize. Sorry, it's kind of, I'm not happy. I don't know, are you happy about this, or what's the verdict, so to speak? No, wait a second. Let's go back here. And let's make a snapshot of this real quick here. Snappy snap. Version 1. And I'm not sure if snapshots actually cover resizing the document, but we will find out in a second about that. Let's go to 5,000 here. Let's go like this and then resize this, because square is just like not a dramatic, it's not a dramatic format, right? Let's use both of this and resize this real quick. For some reason it doesn't want to work. 1 second. I'm missing some layer here. Why is this not moving? Oh, because I fixed the child. 1 second. That sounded terrible. The phrasing. Okay, let's go. Let's make this big, like so. A little bit smaller though. Okay, it's a little bit better. Okay, good. So let's put in the elements again. So we have now the background. What is this? This is our moon. Let's put the moon here. And the glow is a little bit too heavy-handed. Let's reduce that a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, this is our actor. She has, whoops. Oh, she's fixed. 1 second. So there we go. Why does she have this kind of, oh. Is, for some reason, why is this applied not just to the element, but to everything? That's strange. Let's make a selection here. And make a mask. Let's see if that works. Yes, better. Okay, good. And of course, yeah. Anyways, let's keep it like this. It might work better with clouds in place of the mountains. It is like she is in the air. That's a good idea. Okay, we can look at that. 1 second. Whoops. Okay. No time to buy coffee right now with these horrible results. Okay, that's a little bit better. So now we have a little bit of a progression here. Let's this is a little bit, I don't know. Let's duplicate this. 1 second. Sorry. What time do we have? Oh my god. Okay. I really have to get this stuff done here. You know what? I'm going to duplicate her and then I'm going to... Well, what did I do? I'm going to rasterize this because it's a bit annoying that this is just like, oh no, and now it doesn't... Okay, we can't do that anyways. Let's lock this again. Then we have to find the moon again. 1 second. Moon, moon, moon. Where's the moon? Is this the moon? No, it's the background. Is this the moon? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, good. Moon. Pull this up a little bit higher, like so. That's already a lot better, right? That's already like more interesting to look at. And now she's a little bit too high, I feel like. Maybe, should we make her bigger now? Yeah, I don't think it was the best idea to try to do this in 1 hour. So, okay, 1 second. Okay, that's not too bad. Take this here. 1 second. No. Okay, and then we make a different one for her. What is this one? Okay, that's good. So give me this one, duplicate that, put that on here, and then duplicate that, put that on here, and then just reduce this a little bit. Okay. Maybe this one should be outside of the recoloring, so it's just a little bit more intense from the colors. This is, she should be on top of that, right? Should be like this. Okay. Let me see if we have here light circle. 1 second, like so. And then let's put this like so. One moment. Elliptical. Oh, it's the wrong side. There we go. It's not too bad right now. The only thing that it needs is like to balance the colors, that it's not there right now. Is this? Yeah, this is the thing here. Why is this so big all of a sudden? Yeah, it just needs a lot more adjustment of all the different colors and stuff. Where's the actor? Okay. Where's the stream? Sorry. Time for when you go. Oh, so, okay. Thank you, Robo. Thanks for joining. I'm afraid the discussion about our edits will be very, very short. What? Oh, sorry. Yes, we have to do that too. I'm sorry. No, we are absolutely going to do that. 1 second. Let me play around with this a little bit longer here. I don't want to end this on something that looks terrible. Okay. Let's create a layer here for some dodge and burn, soft light. And 1 second, we will also create let's create a mask here real quick for this, so the soft light doesn't like go crazy in all kinds of directions. Go my girlfriend for the birthday dinner. Oh my god, the birthday dinner. Yes, do that. Don't waste time here when your girlfriend has birthday. That's much more important. Absolutely. Go, go, go. Don't get in trouble because of me. Okay, let's open this up here. And then let's paint some stuff in here. What was that? I don't know. Okay, anyways, let's go on. Nope, that's not good. Make this brighter again. I could actually use some shadow here, right? So maybe that was a little bit too much. Let's go like this, and then like so. And then we go here like, let's see, like so. Okay, that's better. And then let's also paint some of that stuff in here. Oh no, yeah, that's actually okay. Okay. And then let's see, I would like to have this a little bit brighter here. That was too much. 1 second. Okay, so we have some adjustment of this now. So it looks a little bit better, right? A little bit better integrated and everything. Let's close this. And then where's our actor? Here we go. 1 second. Let's create an adjustment here. Okay, sorry, it's again super small. I'm always like, I put things in a distance so I can see that better, but it's not great for you to look at that. Maybe we end it at this point and go over to the reviews, right, of your compositions. I still feel like the story here could be a lot better. There could be a lot like more interesting stuff going on and some more balancing between the colors and stuff, because this stuff just doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. And this is kind of not so cool for interesting, amazing weather, but don't think we have kind of a nice cloud front here. So nothing in here, and this is kind of meh, I don't know. This is a stock image, of course. Yeah, Oh. Let's use this real quick. Okay, let's switch this over horizontal. Let's go like so. And then remove the bright stuff. Let's make this bigger, sorry. So you can see something. Let's make a selection like this. And then I remove this. And then if I make a mask like this, how does that look? Let me see the mask. Whoops, just the mask. Oh, wrong. It's kind of too dark for some reason, right? Whoops. Okay, sorry. Crap. Would be nice, but it's just like very. I have to go. Okay. Bye. That would not. It would be good, but the clouds are like just bad resolution. Let's try one more because I think that was not too bad, and then we do the review of the pictures. Because I feel like this kind of brings stuff together. Man, why is it so hard to find these clouds today? Sorry. That was a very messy stream today. I thought this would turn out a lot better, more playful, but somehow I'm not happy. I'm not sure about you, but I don't know. Although, I mean, it's also interesting, right? We did some interesting stuff. Let's go to Unsplash real quick. Dark clouds. Hi, how you doing? Again, I have forgotten. Scene. Sean? Sorry, I have forgotten again what the right pronunciation is. Sean. Yes, Sean. Okay. Come on, give me some good clouds here. One picture is enough. Just a picture of good clouds that I can add in the background. Please. Dramatic, let's call it dramatic clouds. Nope. It's better over on Pixabay, right? Come on, please. This maybe? Let's try it. Let's try this one, maybe cover the background, half of it or something. Let's see. Let's put this in here, place. These are the clouds, maybe that's good. Let's put this behind the moon also. Maybe also behind the landscape down here. Yeah, not too bad. Is this? No, it's okay. Good. Let's recolor this. Color balance. This doesn't really do something right now. Okay. Is this not? Oh, okay. All right. One second. No, this is the wrong one. Balance, color balance, color balance. There we go. Hey, thanks for joining my channel. Thank you very much. Even though I'm kind of messing up today. Thank you very much for the support. Really, really appreciate it. In these hard times of creating stuff. And again, you just have a very small picture here. I'm sorry. I'm always forgetting about making it big again. Where's the background, by the way? This is the background, right? Okay, because right now this is way too dark. What is this? Are we even using this right now? Ah, this is the original background. Okay. So what is this? Oh, that's that. Okay. Do we even need that right now? We kind of do, right? I'm just not happy today. Sorry. Yeah, that's kind of good. And now the foreground is a little bit too dark. Let's maybe try to fix this with a curve. Also color balances a little bit here. That's the wrong one. And then I'm going to finish this. I'm sorry. How about we just forget about the background like so? Maybe that's a good solution, just leave it out. What does this background have to offer here? Why is there a circle here, by the way? What is this? What is doing this? No, it can't be this. Oh, it's this. Interesting. Okay. Let's pull this bigger, like so. Okay, and then I swear this is the last thing I'm doing right now. First of all, 1 second. This is making the moon look a little bit strange right now, so I want to change this color here to something that's not violet, maybe. I think we are arriving at something right now here. Okay, so this is, I swear, this is the last thing I'm doing right now. I just want to get the mask here, duplicate this, put this up here, and then create a layer, put this onto the layer like so. And then I'm going to, let's see, make a big brush, give me the color of this stuff over here like so. And then maybe put this on lighten. I will just paint this on and then we're gonna see what we're gonna do with that. Let's put this on here and maybe also a little bit up here. Reduce the opacity. No, that's not good. Okay, I kind of messed it up. Let's not do this. Let's forget about that part. Let's just keep it with this part here, and then let's see. Let's go overlay, and then maybe duplicate this. And It's a bit too bright maybe. Let's go a little bit darker here. And then on the second one, I'm going to reduce this again. Maybe put some stuff here, right? Because this is kind of meh right now. This thing here. Let's sample this color here real quick. Set this to blend mode screen. So this is getting increasingly brighter. Good. And then we're gonna set this to actual screen and then to radius like so. And then, oh, this again doesn't work. 1 second. Come on. Rasterize. Set it to screen again. There you go. I mean, it's not something you would sell, but it's not too crappy right now, right? I mean, the last thing, I mean, what is this? Why is there something? Is this, what layer is this? Now we have some strange thunder in the corner. Please, come on. What kind of layer could this be? Oh. Oh, that's from the clouds. Okay, interesting. If we erase this, is it going to kill everything or is it like okay? This is, by the way, if we rasterize this, oh, let's put a mask on that. Otherwise, maybe we end up with some horrible stuff that's happening. Why is it not working? No. Why can't I paint on this mask? Oh, because it's in screen mode, sorry. There we go. There you go. That's a little bit better. Okay, that's, yeah, it is what it is. It's not the masterpiece I hope for, but let's say it's not the worst either. The moon is a little bit, if I look at this over here on my second screen, let's reposition the moon a little bit, maybe like so. I get a little bit bigger. Is that better? Maybe. Man, I could spend another like 3 hours on this just to rearrange the elements. 1 second. Where's this again? Please, come on. Give me the thingy here in the background. I should really start like renaming my, is this the one? Yes, that's it. Let's rasterize this maybe. And then use warp. Okay, apply. And then one last thing. I know I said this like 10 times already, but I want to have here a little bit of like texture stuff in here. Let's see for the brushes. What kind of brushes do we have? Textures. Let's use this one. Yes, that's okay. Let's set this to soft light. maybe to screen. One second. It's a little bit smaller. Okay. Good. All right, there we go. Oh, you can't see that. Wait, there's my big my big furry head is in the way of these kind of clouds. They are now a little bit brighter. Yeah. Okay, let's leave it like that, I would say. Okay, that's it. There we go. Yeah. The dedication is something we can all learn from. Maybe. Long way from the beginning. Yes, I hope so. Yeah, it could still be a lot better, but for now, let's keep it like this. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the review of our works, of what you have created. Let's see what you have created in comparison. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so there's the challenge. Was the challenge too complex this time? Was it too hard maybe? Because not too many entries this time. And I posted this on the 8th already, so 6 days ago, right? Oh, I know, of course, you're busy. Just saying, maybe it was a bit too complex, although you could go as easy as you wanted to, right? On the other hand, doing a exercise every single week is time consuming, right? Okay, let's look at this. This is very dark, by the way. So this is from Sabine, pretty awesome. So we have this Jules Verne figure here in the background. Can you actually see something? It's very dark. I think I will copy this over to Affinity Photo real quick and brighten it a little bit up because it's very hard to see. From clipboards like so, and then let's take a curve adjustment here. So now you can see it better. This is better. Okay, good. Is it? Let's see. I think this is, it looks very bright on my screen, but I think now it's bright enough on your screen. So we have a lot of elements here. Pretty interesting. Oh, this is a submarine. Interesting. So you see, because of the Kraken in the background, you can see that this is a submarine. And you have also some submarine elements here. And he's standing very proud in the corner with this engine here. So pretty cool. A lot of interesting elements. A lot of, how are they called? I can't remember. A lot of those. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. Thank you very much, Sabina. Let's look at the other elements that he had here. So these are the, wow, you lose a lot of different materials in here. Oh, so this is the porthole that you used here. Interesting. So you removed everything else. There's the guy standing at the wall. Where's this element here? Sextant in German. I don't know what the English word is. It's down here. Pretty interesting. So you really filled this up with a lot of different interesting elements, and you, for some reason, used the motor inside of the submarine as a, I think, like, what is it called? Ventilator? Roof ventilator? I don't know what it's called in English, but it's interesting. Pretty cool. Lots of elements in here. This is the sketch. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you, yeah, like I said, make different sketches of the elements, move them around a little bit. By the way, this is actually what I wanted to do today. I thought I make an easy setup, and then we move around the elements and look at different kinds of composition. But I completely got sucked into all the kind of things to do with this kind of composition. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Interesting. So this was your starting idea to build this room with the porthole in the background, and you actually achieved that. You already have this room here built out of these elements. So this is really good. You see here these metal textures that you use to create the room in the background. Really interesting. Also you put some here on the ceiling with these wood textures. So lots of work that you have put into this. Really interesting. It's, as you can see, it's not easy to bring all these elements together and then also make them look realistic, stuff like that. So pretty interesting, pretty cool. Thank you very much for posting that. Work on bringing the elements together, and also the composition and the story, I think, is an important part of that. To kind of figure out what is going on in the picture, in the story, right? To bring these elements together. Why is there so much stuff? Is he preparing for something? Stuff like that. To think a little bit about that, and because it makes more sense if you have a certain connection between the elements that guide you somewhere. This is why I tried so hard with this picture that I created, to have her look at something, right? That there's some reason why she's looking over there. And this kind of thunder or thing here, right? It's kind of a nice thing, although it's on the wrong side of the ship still. So it's kind of, yeah. But anyways. Okay, let's look at the next one. Thank you very much, Sabine, for that. Wow, what's going on here? Oh, this is from Jean-Loup. So here we have these elements. I think he's imagining the story, right? Which is also interesting as a composition, right? That's kind of a good idea, to not build a scene, but instead imagine what the author is thinking about in that moment. The elements are very like all over the place and mixed together in a lot of areas. It's kind of hard to see what is actually going on, or what the elements actually are. But this can also be in the sense of the author doesn't know yet what he actually wants to write or how to put all these elements in place. So that could be interesting. It could be actually viable as a story, and it's nice to have this connection between the look that he has, this kind of thoughtful look of the writer, and all these elements floating up there in the sky, not really, but in the imagination, right? In his imagination space. So here we have all these kind of different elements. Pretty interesting. And then you put all of them together. Why is there two of them? Did you use two different pictures to create that? Let's see. Oh, because one is in color and the other one is not. So you use the colored version of his head to put it on there. As you can see here, there's a little bit of an edge here where this was cut out, and then put it on the black and white body. Pretty interesting. Really cool. Thank you very much. So interesting concept to do it like that. Here's another one from Mary Allison. Thank you for that. Again, like include the sketches a little bit in this exercise. That would have been cool to see different kind of versions of what you imagined. Not just the final version, but like the different concepts you sketched out before you created that. So there's a lot of monsters here blended into each other. So here we have the starting pictures. There's even a submarine. There's a submarine in here. Oh yeah, down here, didn't even see that. There you can see there's a little submarine going on here. What software are you using? The software is called Affinity Photo. It's on sale, I think, still. Let's have a little look here. You can get it for pretty cheap right now, I think. Yeah, it's still 50% off, which means you can get this for $28 for either platform, as you can see here. It's called Affinity Photo. Yeah. All right. So it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on, and you want to work a little bit with the lights and the composition to create kind of a visual guide of what is happening in the picture, where you want to look, where you want the audience to look, right? Because the submarine in here is an important element of that, but it's kind of getting overwhelmed by all the other elements. It doesn't really stand out that much, right? So this is, again, sorry if I compare this to what I just created. This is why I, for example, put the moon behind our main actor, and also we have this little light here and stuff like that, because you can see, like, if I turn off the moon, suddenly it's a lot harder to see this. I mean, you can still see it, but you can see that this grabs more attention now, and these elements are a little bit harder to read because these finer things here, they blend very much into the background right now. But then if we turn the moon on, this is in front of the moon, and you can read the silhouette a lot easier, and you can see that this is an object flying in the sky. And because it's in front of the moon, you have kind of a relation of, yes, it's in the sky, it has a certain size, stuff like that is going on. And so it's a lot easier to see compared to when you don't have a moon here, right? Also, especially when you turn off the kind of background stuff too. I don't know what that is. I think this one. No, that's the wrong one. Where is that? Where? Come on. Is it this? Yes, it's this. Okay. So you see, if I turn all of this off, then suddenly it's really hard to see that. So I make these bright elements over here, and then also the moon. And so you have a lot of attention on this element here right now, right? Okay. So let's go back to this creation. So you can see the submarine is very hidden in between of all these elements. So you could maybe create some light or some kind of bright element over here where your main actor, where your main element is. And then you have all the other creatures around that. So it's kind of easier to see what is going on, right? It's a good idea to integrate text if you want to, but you should try to find a text that kind of fits more with the theme that you're going for. So this font is kind of static, although you put it on the path that it has these kind of waves in them. So that's a good idea. But you could go over to, for example, the font, where you can find a lot of fonts that you could use. You can see there is, I mean, this is now, let's change it over to English. You can see that you have different categories here, and can have some they look like handwritten or brushes, or you can have this kind of stencil thing that's like army-like. You see these kind of things that you can use. A lot of them are not for, like some are for free. You can see here 100% free, and others are just for personal use. You can't use them commercially. But as long as you just like play around and have an exercise and like learn stuff, you can use all of them for private use, for personal use, you know. There's a lot of different stuff in here that you can use. Either typewriter, and you have fire and ice here. All these kind of things that you could use. Western text and old school text like this. There's a lot of different kind of things that you could try to play with. Sorry. All right. And again, play with the composition. Like I always say, have a look at Pinterest, what they are doing over there, to get some good examples, to get some good inspirations from that. Let's go on here. Sorry. Picture from Arthur. And we have a nice sketch here. Let's close all of this. So this is the final version. Pretty cool. Very nice elements. Also, I like the depth of field blur. Here you can see it's blurry in the front, and then it's less blur in the back. And you have a sketch. Very nice with all of these elements. You can see there was a little bit of a transition. So here you have the dinosaur on the right side, and there's a spider in the middle. And here's the dinosaur on the left side. The spider is back here in this kind of area. So that's really interesting. That, of course, you have over time this kind of, how can I say, evolvement of your concept. You don't have to follow it 100%. You can like evolve it to what feels good in the picture, right? And here we have all these kind of different elements, so that's pretty cool. Very nice. Again, you can play a little bit more with light and with light situations and stuff like that. For example, if you put more light behind the, what's going on right now? Sorry, let's put this here. if you put more light behind the spider, for example, it's easier to see the legs of the spider and the silhouette of the spider. Maybe behind the dinosaur a little bit more darkness, so he's brighter than the background, and you can work with that, these kind of things. Also with the lines. So he's standing right in front of the, I mean, you have to play around with that. If this is a good fit that he stands here right in front of the dinosaur, or maybe it would be better that he stands over here, so closer to this guy. Also then the weapon could point at the dinosaur, not as pointing as shooting at him, but for the visual guideline, right? So for example, you could put here a little bit of fog, of mist in the background to make this background brighter. So the spider is a bigger contrast and the spider is dark on a bright background. And then you have a bright dinosaur that is in front of a dark background. You can even make the dinosaur a little bit brighter in that case to do that. And maybe also use a little bit of different color scheme, because right now everything has this kind of orange-violet tone. And so maybe to split the picture into, how can I say, different color areas, right? That are maybe also contrasting in color, where we have some part, for example, violet and blue is a contrast, or orange and blue, these kind of things. You can, if you open up in your in Affinity Photo, where is it? This color ring, 1 second. Can I open this up here? No, I can't. Let's make a circle here real quick. And then you go in here and you click on this, and then you click on that. You can see here the circle, and the circle tells you the contrasting colors, right? As you can see here, we have blue, and on the other side is orange. And then we have here the violet, and on the other side is this, well, yellow in this case. But you can also go blue and orange, right? And blue and yellow, and these kind of combinations that you can play around with to put a little bit of contrast, because the contrast makes it also easier to look at the different areas if there's a little bit of a different build up and not everything has the same color tone. So you can separate a little bit, right? So for example, if the dinosaur would be a little bit more in the blue area, for example, he would look different from the rest of the elements around him. So he would separate a little bit better from that, right? But the rest is really cool. I like all the how you use the how you adjusted all the colors to have the same ambient light, and the blurriness in the background is pretty cool. So that's pretty interesting, right? Very nice. Also, the integration of the birds over here looks really nice. Really awesome. Okay, thank you for that, author. Let's go to the next one. Oh, we actually have several entries. I thought it was less, but there's actually some stuff going on here. That's pretty cool. Let's close down these ones here. Let's go with this. Oh, there we have some more sketches. Pretty cool. And what is this? The image I found that fit my plan. Oh, interesting. That's good to have some inspirations. So let's look at the sketches here. So there's a person which looks like is in a bubble or something. We have a submarine, and here we have like the water line that we're looking through that. What does, there's some, this, fern. There's some fern down here, and a big fish. Okay. And what's the end result? Suspension animation. So you made like a movie cover, and you have this floating person on the porthole again. I'm not sure what this is. That's all. That's always a little bit of a problem if you don't know what you're looking at. It can be interesting sometimes, but it can be very confusing at other times. So maybe if you would not have used these elements, just have this big porthole here with the woman inside and these glowy stripes around it, these glowy lights, and then the submarine is diving through the water in the background. That's already a lot of elements to have in the picture, so that's pretty cool. Let's have a look here. Also, these are horizontal, and then you just switched over to vertical, which of course is okay. Like I said, you can have progression through the editing process. So here we are. These are the elements. These are that you're using. Oh, this is like the front of a steam engine. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, very kind of a strange element to have in this kind of situation, you know? Also, one thing is, and I know this is really hard, but to find the right font and also the right font colors is pretty hard, you know? It's pretty hard to do. In this case, if you use two texts, like here you have the name of the author and then this text, you want to have two different fonts. And if one font is artful, you want to have the other font simple, right? So this is a classic rule of how to combine fonts that works in most cases. And you want to try to use colors that you already find in the picture, because then you have an easy way to create a color harmony. For example, in this case, you could have used this kind of orange here instead of this kind of, it looks a little bit like skin color pink, but a kind of strange skin color pink, or I don't know what else. What is it called? Clay, maybe, but it doesn't really fit to the other colors in the picture. So maybe try to work with that. If it's hard to read, you can put a little bit of shadow behind the text, or you can make the background behind the text a little bit darker, and then it's also easier to look at the text. In this case, for example, you could, I mean, that's maybe too modern for this kind of a poster that you're going for, but if you have a dark background and then you put the text on top of it and make a glow effect around that, that looks pretty cool. And it's easy to do in Affinity Photo, to do these kind of glow effects around that. For example, with this kind of green up here, this kind of glowy water green around the text could be interesting. But again, that's a modern effect. You wouldn't see that too much in old movie posters, and I think this is going for like more of an old style movie poster type. Okay, thank you very much, Brad. Pretty cool, very interesting. Thanks also for the sketches. That's awesome. Let's go for the next one here. Oh, there we go. Submarine. Oh, nice. Let's see. We have a sketch from Oliver. Okay, nice. Interesting. You see, this is very clear, clean composition. The Kraken is a little bit hard to see, so you could have done maybe something, maybe a light down there or some kind of glowing thing. There's always some kind of glowy stuff underwater in the films, you know, like some glowing mushrooms or something. I don't know. But just to give something where you could put a little bit of light, highlights maybe here on the octopus to make this a little bit brighter, and to have a little bit more attention on the octopus. And then you have this huge submarine in the background. But pretty cool. Very nice combination of all these elements. You also had a nice, how can I say, reining in the edges of the picture to focus more on the main subject in the middle. So you have all these elements here on the side that tell the brain, tell the eyes there's not more to see there, so you can keep the attention in the center. That's pretty cool. With the light, they are a little bit, how can I say, not strobe-like from the way they feel, all right? So you can keep the shape, but then maybe use a brush like I did before. This is a kind of easy effect. Let's delete this here, where let's make a layer here, put this on top. You can see here, if you take a brush, let's, wait a second. Basic brush, let's go like this, okay. And then let's go with a color like this, for example, like so. Let's go like this. It doesn't look like light right now, but if you have this right now, as you can see here, let's make this a little bit bigger, like so. And then if I put this here, the blend mode inside of the brush, not the blend mode of the layer, the blend mode inside of the brush, and put this to screen, that means that with every stroke, this is becoming brighter and brighter, and you can see how this looks like a light ray, you know? And you can paint nice light effects. You can also paint all kinds of other effects that have kind of some glow characteristic around them. And you can see the more I paint on this, the brighter it gets. Of course, this is limited a little bit by what the color can do, because this color is pretty dark. But when I now change this to a brighter color, like so, then this gets even brighter, you can see. And at some point it goes into being completely white in here, right? Like so. And so you can see now you have this kind of effect that's more like a light or like a fire that's going on. You see, if I turn this to the side, this is a easy way to paint a fire that's coming out of an engine, stuff like that. So you can play around with that, experiment a little bit with that. It's pretty cool kind of way to create these kind of effects in Affinity Photo or any kind of digital painting program. Let's save this real quick so I don't lose anything. Okay, cool. But the rest, pretty awesome. Very nice. Here we have the composition. Also, good starting point. You have all the elements in here that you combined later on, even the light situation. So that's pretty cool. And you can see how useful this is, right? To start simple with these kind of elements and then to try to build them, because then you have a really good concept on how to bring things together, how they work out for you before you invest all the time into the picture, right? So that makes it very, very useful. Here we have the different elements. Pretty cool. Very nice. There's even a diver. Oh, I think you just used the light rays, right? No, is there a diver? Is there a diver in here that I didn't see? By the way, you missed here a little bit of a part of your... Oh, no, sorry. that's the end of the image. This is just the background in Facebook. I don't see a diver. Anyways. Okay, pretty awesome. Thank you very much, Oliver. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, this is a famous effect. Should I do a tutorial about that? How to do this? This kind of open book thing. There have been several tutorials already, but maybe I should also do one of those. Sorry, what does the chat say? Fun one is Firecat font. Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so pretty cool. Very interesting. Let's see, is there... Ah, okay, so here we have the different elements. No sketch in this case. Very nice with the boat and the different water effects and stuff. In this case, let's make this a little bit bigger here. In this case, again, these water sprays are very nice, but you put on this kind of mist or fog over these elements here, so it's kind of hard to actually see them, right? There's a little bit too much fogginess over this. So for example, you could have made this guy here maybe a little bit bigger, maybe put him a little bit over this kind of background so he sticks out a bit more, and put less of the mist onto the Kraken, so it's easier to see that animal there, right? Because otherwise it gets very blurry. You can still see what's going on, but it's kind of blurry. It's kind of hidden, these kind of main elements. So, but the rest is pretty cool. I like the execution on the pages. This kind of 3D effect, this kind of pop-up book effect is pretty awesome. Very, very nice. Thank you very much for that. Really cool. Oh, it even says here Jules Verne here in the text. Did you write that on there, or was it already in there? No, you did. That's pretty cool. Hey, very nice. Very nice. This one worked really good on that side. This one is a little bit off to the side, as you can see. It's bending towards us. So it doesn't exactly follow the lines, but pretty cool still. You have this, you can see the Legues under the sea over here. Jules Verne. Pretty cool. Very interesting. Very nice. Thank you very much, Danielle. Very cool work. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, another book pop-up effect. Sketch from my project, but I have made an overlay that I use for composing. Good idea to use this kind of overlay. I would suggest to you to use an overlay rather than the thing that is built into Affinity Photo, because like you have this kind of crop tool, but it's kind of hard to use to build up your composition, because first of all, the cropping tool is kind of hiding and showing different parts or blending out different parts of the picture. And then you have to go into the crop mode, right? But if you overlay this onto your picture, you have a much easier time with that. And the way you can do this is simply that you use this and then blend it over the picture. Like, let's copy this over to here, like so, as you can see, like this. And then you just go here with the blend mode, multiply, and there you go. You can use this in any way you want. You can leave it on while you're working to rearrange the elements. You can put it any kind of size and also dimensions. As you can see here, you can skew this if you hold your shift key. So that's a very, very useful tool. I highly invite you to try this and use these kind of things. If you don't want to paint them on your own, you can just search for them, right? If you go to Google, let's go to Google here real quick, images, and then golden ratio, like so, and you can see you find all these kind of overlays here. Just download one of them in a good high resolution that has all the things in that you need to have. Download that and use that, right? It's because you're not publishing it anywhere, you're just using it as a tool. There shouldn't be any copyright problems for that, right? You're not putting it online, you're just using it offline for your own purposes, right? So that's a pretty good tool to use. Okay, let's look at the picture here. So these are the elements that you used. Picture from Unsplash. Oh, Elon Musk rocket. Wow, okay, interesting. Cool. Oh, and you even put some of these elements onto the paper. That's pretty interesting. Let's see. Okay, here we have this kind of sketch, and here you have these kind of boat sketches that you put over here. So that's pretty awesome. Really nice. The bending isn't completely there, so you want to figure that out a bit more. An easy way to do that is to download a grid. Again, go to Google Images Grid, like so, and then just download one of these grids that is fitting to you. And let's go to Pixabay real quick. Pixabay book. Do we find an open book here? Wait a second, one moment. Maybe use this one here. Let's try this one. I hope I'm not like screwing it up right now. Let's see. Okay, so let's use the grid here. Maybe use this grid. Looks good enough. Nope, didn't work. Okay, interesting. It's a PNG, I guess. Let's download this. Yes, it's a PNG. Okay. Place. There we go. Okay, so let's rotate this a little bit, like so. Let's try to start like this first. I will duplicate this so we can just simply go back to the original. And then I go here to mesh warp, like so. And now, as you can see, I can just pull these edges here and put them onto the edges of the paper, like so. You can see, like, we just start simple, like this. Put the other one over here. And then one is supposedly, I guess, here. Okay, and now you can see you have these. Either you grab the line and move it like so, and just follow the outline. So the only thing you're doing is just to follow this until it sits on the paper as the paper is, right? And this then technically should simply copy the shape or the grid that the paper should be in. As you can see here right now, this needs to be a little bit more over here, because this, of course, is a straight line. So this, is it so far over there? Can that be? A little bit lower, maybe? Ah, this is probably going like so. Okay. Let's do these over here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Where's the one for this side? Let's just use the line here. So I can see if I move this along here, like so. And then let's do this up here. I don't understand why the hand. Oh, there's the handles. Okay, sorry. And so now you end up with kind of a good grid that shows you the surface and how it's flowing over the surface. And now you can apply elements that follow these lines on the paper. Of course, in this case, we have lines already there from the fonts, from the letters, from the text. But if we wouldn't have that, if it's a blank page, this is a good way to create a grid on that surface, right? Okay, it's an easy way to do that without having to know a lot about perspective and all these kind of things. You just put it there in a similar way as the page is flowing, right? And this will simply simulate that. Hey, Stephen, thanks for joining my YouTube channel and help me support running the channel. It's pretty awesome. Thank you very much for that. All right. Let's go on here okay, so we have some more elements here, and this is, if you look at the balloon here and the rocket here, you see that they, like, perspectively, they are photographed, of course, from another perspective, because the book is photographed from a top angle, and then the rocket is from a front angle, and then the balloon is from a lower angle upwards, and this is why they don't really combine that well in this situation. So you would have to look for pictures that are also photographed from a similar angle. Might be a little bit more complicated, of course, to find a balloon picture that's taken from the top. And still, you have to see the kind of basket below to see that it's actually a balloon in the air, so that can become a little bit complicated. Hi, Inner City. But happy to be here. It's late. I know. I'm sorry. This shouldn't have gone on for so long. The stream should have ended over an hour ago. I'm sorry. I was wasting so much time with the composition. But still, we're almost done. What is going on here? This is by Traute. Thank you very much for posting that. Here we have a lot of different elements. There's a balloon lying on the ground. Oh, the mysterious island. Interesting. By the way, I was reading, or better said, I was listening to the audiobook of the mysterious island. And when you go, let's do this real quick. Audible. If you go to Audible, and then you have the mysteriöse... No, the geheimnisvolle Insel. Geheimnisvolle Insel. This is the cover they show you. And this book, you can see, is 22 hours of listening. And I was waiting 22 hours. Where are the dinosaurs? And there is no dinosaurs on all of the island. Nothing. I thought this is like kind of a story like The Journey to the Center of the Earth, where you have this kind of fantasy-like world of, you know, dinosaurs and strange cultures and everything. Nada, nothing. It's not part of the book. I don't know why they designed this cover, but it has nothing to do with the book. It's really strange. Okay, anyway, sorry for that side excursion. Okay. It's interesting, but I mean, I kind of think I understand what you wanted to create here, with like the volcano, and then there is this little shelter that they found or built for themselves, and also the hot air balloon that has crashed on the island, stuff like that. Sorry for the spoilers, but it's really hard to see them. the hot air balloon is kind of blending into the background. So you use the blend mode for that. Rather, in this case, probably use a mask. I would rather, for example, put the balloon here on the left side as it is, because this is kind of an entry thing. And then you have this, you can leave this here and then put the volcano on the other side of the picture. So not everything is like, you can see there's everything is on the left side of the picture. On the right side is not much going on anymore. You have this kind of shining orange light in the sky for some reason, which in this case, you have some orange light over here from the volcano, but then this is maybe a sunset or something. So try to arrange the elements a little bit different and try to blend them like with kind of different colors. For example, here in the original picture, this has these kind of yellow and pink colors in here, which is a nice contrasting color to the blue that you have here in the sky in the background. So you could have maybe kept this color here to use it as a contrast for the background. And then, of course, this can be staying gray. That's okay. And for this, for the volcano, I would simply go to Unsplash or something else to find pictures of an erupting volcano and use that. Unsplash erupting volcano. I'm pretty sure you can find some good pictures here that you can also combine into something. For example, you can use these kind of things here as light effects on top of a mountain. You can use different kind of mountain pictures. Also, you can use fire pictures. Fire, sorry. There we go. You see here we have kind of a volcano stuff going on, and you combine that with these kind of fire effects and such to create something that is the idea you have from the erupting volcano, right? So there's it's better than because this, you can see it's mirroring and stuff. So it looks pretty cool. It looks more like a explosion mushroom maybe, but it does this mirror thing is the problem. So try, if you combine the things, to not have them mirror in this kind of sense, and rather build them up and overlay them and blend them with each other. So this actually creates fire and maybe some smoke on top of that, right? And then the mountain. And don't put it everything on one side. Try to create a little bit of a story from left to right throughout the picture. Okay, thank you very much for that. Let's go on to the next one. How much do we have? 2 more. So stay tuned, only 2 more, and then we can finish the stream for today. So here, wow, we have an old schooly black and white sepia kind of poster. Pretty cool. Let's see. This is the idea, this is the concept, very nice. The light is coming from the right top side, also interesting to put this in here. This is from Jens, by the way. And here we have our picture elements, all kinds of sources, pretty interesting. There's even some pattern here and some paper texture that you used as a background. So that's very nice. You can see here, this is where this kind of folded old picture effect comes from. Pretty cool. Very nice implementation of that. Where is the pattern used, by the way? Oh, on the hot air balloon to make it look a lot more classic. That's pretty cool. So I really like the elements and how everything comes together. The shadow here, that's a problem. That doesn't really work because, as you can see here, the distance from here where this guy is with his camels back to this huge pyramid in the background is a very long distance, and it's you have what is called perspective foreshortening, where it looks short but it's actually very long because you look at it from a very flat angle. So if this shadow falls onto the ground, it can't cover all of the distance, because then it would be a very, very bright shadow. A white shadow, not bright, sorry, very bright shadow. So the shadow had to be rather thin, rather small, and in this kind of area of foreshortening. Of course, probably looks a little bit strange. So rather don't do a shadow in this kind of scenario, right? Maybe I would maybe have made the try to make the hot air balloon a little bit smaller for two reasons. First of all, it's really big compared to the pyramids in the background. And also, if you make it a little bit smaller, you can put it a little bit higher in the sky, right? Also giving you a bit more perspective onto the pyramids. So that could be a possibility, but the rest is pretty cool. Very nice elements. Very interesting, right? Okay. What does it actually say? Sino se minus en balón. I don't know what that means. En? I learned this in Spanish. Is this Spanish? Or is it Italian? I don't know. Sino? Cinema, I guess. Se mans en balón. I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, anyways. Seems to be a shadow of the balloon. Yes, it's a shadow of the balloon, but it's very big. Absolutely great work. Yes, really good work. Really nice. I really like that. How everything comes together, especially on the paper in the background. This looks really good. Thank you very much, Jens. Okay, and here we have the last one, which is, again, pretty dark. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here in the drawing. Let's see if we can find that. Yeah, it's very dark. But the good thing is I know what kind of story that is. Let's copy this over here and make it a little bit brighter again so we can see something. Curves. Push this up a little bit like so. So now I think, yes, now you can see something on the screen. So this is a journey to the center of the Earth. I don't know actually what the English title is. The actual translation, or like the original title actually in that case. So you're underground. This is a big cave. There is the volcano, pretty cool. There's even some lightning going on top of the volcano. I first thought that these are dinosaurs, but they are not. They are stone formations. There's a rocket in the background. Is there a rocket? In the original story, they go with a rocket to the center of the Earth? Really? Or do they have this kind of drilly ship that's kind of drilling down? I think in the original story, they find a cave and the cave leads them to the center of the Earth. It's kind of a short story, right? Unless I'm thinking about another story. Anyways, pretty cool. Lots of elements from the story in here. You have the underground sea with the ship here that they are using. I have no idea what this is. It seems to be a guy. Let's look at the original materials that you've used. 1 second. No, it's a little I don't know what they're called. Sorry. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's a little, probably in this case, dinosaur. Okay. Let's have a look here. Journey to the center of the Earth. There we go. 5 weeks and but oh, you tried to do different. Village in the treetops. Around the moon. So you made sketches for his different stories, and then you figured out you're going to use this one. So you have a lot of elements in here with the ceiling of the cave, the volcano, the boat. There is a little bit of sun also in here, pretty cool, from the kind of sun they have in the story that's underground, which isn't here, but you have this light from the volcano, so that's good. Let's switch over here so we can see more. Oh, there's even a guy in the boat. Look at that. If you look here, there's actually someone rowing the boat. It's a little bit hard to see. Again, this is something where maybe if the background is brighter, for example, you would have a better silhouette. It would be easier to read the figure that is sitting in the boat, right? Should we make a little layer here? I think you know anyways what I mean, but let's just let's go like this here real quick. Okay, like this. And then let's take a brush here and make this brush bright. And you can see now, even though this doesn't make much sense what I'm doing right now, but you see if I go in a distance now, you can see that there is something happening in the boat, right? Of course, you want to do it a lot better than that, but you can see now that with this kind of brighter background, it's a lot easier to see the shape of the boat and that there is something sitting inside of the boat, right? So use light and darkness to guide the eye and also to make information clear in the image. Of course, not just like this, but like with a concept why there is light, right? Okay, good. What else do we have? Is there something else to talk about? No. Okay, pretty cool. Thank you very much, everybody. Pretty awesome. Really cool entries this time. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the live stream of today and the feedback for your works. Thank you very much for all the awesome entries. Let's pop out the chat here real quick so I can look over here. Ah, wow. Okay, that was a really long stream. I'm sorry for that. I hope it was still interesting for you and fun to watch. And of course, we're going to see each other in my next tutorial on Tuesday, right? By the way, again, check out my new podcast if you want to. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting to listen to, if I may say so myself. Olivio podcast. Let's link this again real quick. There you go. How do I join the challenge? You have to join my Facebook group. I can also link that. I hope the links work in the chat. Tell me if you can see the links. 1 second. This is my Facebook group. And I post a new challenge every week. And of course, the picture has the name of the number of the week. So don't post under old challenges because I'm not going to look them up in the live stream. Only post under the new challenge, which is, it depends, posted on Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, if I'm really late with these kind of things. So yeah, you should put the podcast into the description of the vids. Yes, absolutely. But for now, it's just like a test balloon. So I also made a post in my Facebook group about the podcast. So please have a look at that. And let me know if the podcast was interesting, what kind of topics you would find interesting. So a little bit of feedback for that would be awesome, to get a feeling if that is something that might interest you, that is something that is useful to you, stuff like that, right? Okay, awesome. Where's the chat? There we go. All right. Whoa, that was a long stream. Okay. Yeah, let's end it here so it's not too long to rewatch it. Okay, thank you very much and see you soon in the next tutorial, right? Bye. When I find the end screen, there we go. Bye. No.